Hi guys, I just went to Dutch Bros. It's Sunday morning. I've never been to Dutch Bros. I just went and I got up there and I was like real nervous, but I just thought I'll order whatever I've heard people order on TikTok. And so I got a golden eagle with a soft top, large. This is like a new place here where I am. It just opened like probably, I don't know, within the last week. And so they're training people or whatever, but there was another lady there that I think maybe, you know, like the people that come when a place opens and helps for a week or two and then they leave. I feel like that was who she was. Anyway, so she told me that if you get a small, medium, or large, the difference in the small and medium compared to the large is the shots. So small and medium both get 2 shots, a large gets 3 shots. But all of those drinks get the same amount of flavoring. So the bigger the drink, the less sweet it's gonna be. And I kind of like that. Maybe that's not how all of them do it, but that's what she said. It's not too shabby. Honestly, I probably could have added like 2 more shots in there though. They call their cold foam a soft top. Kind of sounds weird in my opinion. It's Sunday today. Yesterday was German Fest, so I did go and I had a margarita and then I had like 4 Michelob Ultras, or was that what I was drinking? Whatever, I had a few beers. And then like within the span of going to German Fest and then, you know, just hanging out, letting the kids run around and stuff, I lost my voice. Last night was really bad and today it's not so bad, so I'm gonna try not to talk that much today, but here I am just talking to a fucking camera. I'm gonna try to go easy on my voice and not talk loud and just try not to talk too much. But I have a super sore throat and man, I'm just frustrated because my training last week was so good and I started running every single day. Yesterday I did not run. I purposely was like, I'm gonna take tomorrow off, or sorry, yesterday I'm gonna take yesterday off because I was really, really sore and my calves were hurting really bad, probably from running, because I haven't been running. Since I'm not feeling well, I'm probably gonna take an off day too. I was thinking maybe I could go ride the bike, like go on a bike ride, but I haven't quite decided. I'm really stuffed up and I'm really short of breath and I feel like I could conquer the world still, but I think another day of rest would be better and then go into this week and be able to stick to my training. Ate off track, like yesterday I ate fine, then last night I drank and ate, you know, off track. Today I'm gonna have this coffee, but I'm gonna just kind of eat normal, and I don't know if we're gonna go back to German Fest, so we'll probably have like Krautstrudel or something, or beer rocks, if that's what you call them. Yeah, I'm gonna try to drink a bunch of water today. Also, I think I'm gonna drain my ice bath and refill it and turn it in. I'm gonna drain my ice bath, refill it, and plug it in so that it gets cold again. If you haven't watched my ice bath videos, they're all on TikTok. I've been taking ice baths and I started out in a 45-gallon trash can and now I have a freezer. It's not much bigger, but it's a little more comfortable to get into and keeps it colder for way longer, so I don't actually have to use ice. I'll plug it in and it'll get a bunch of ice built up inside and then it'll stay cold for like a week without having it plugged in. So I'll show you that later. This is not how I meant for this to be. It's the next day. I talked to you yesterday, I think, and I'm sick. I went to the doctor because I was thinking I had strep, got tested for strep and COVID, and negative for both, so I'm just sick. Some kind of viral infection. I told you yesterday I was going to dump the freezer, refill it, whatever. I didn't. I did get a bowl of ice water and dumped my face into it, and that was not right. I don't know how people do that.
I'll take an ice bath with my whole body any day over just dunking my face. That it was not comfortable. Not the temperature of the water. It was like I felt like I was in danger. And I know I wasn't in danger, but it did not feel right. So Russell just went to get me Flonase and Afrin. That's what the doctor told me to do. So that's what we're doing. And I need to drink a bunch of water. I was supposed to coach at the gym today, but I was like, can somebody coach for me, please? Because I do not feel well. So thankfully, they're covering me. So that's nice. Maybe tomorrow will be the day that I clean out the thing. I just don't think I should do it today because I just don't feel well. And I think I should rest if I'm sick and not just try to power through. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Hi, welcome. What can we get you started with?
Yeah, can I get a venti iced white mocha but no whip?
Okay.
And then I'll also have an order of bacon egg bites. It's been a while. It's been like a week since the last clip I filmed. Or maybe not quite a week, but you guys, listen up. First off, I'm getting ready to go to a PTO meeting. So I got myself an iced white mocha because I haven't had coffee yet today. You'll find out why in a minute. And then I got some egg bites because all I've had today is cinnamon toast. Bleh. Not cinnamon toast crunch, just cinnamon toast. I've got like a half hour to kill before the meeting. Yeah, but I thought I'd give you a little update because my video, I think the last thing I was like talking about emptying my ice bath and like doing that sort of thing. I was also like a little bit sick at that time, so I was taking some days off the gym. I went back to the gym on Friday, had a pretty good workout. Didn't feel amazing, but felt good enough to work out. And then Saturday didn't feel great. I just kind of like went through the motions. And then Sunday, not terrible, but I just felt really dehydrated. Then Sunday night, we went out to eat. I had a couple margaritas, got home, and I was feeling like really like trash. And I thought, oh, it must just be because of the margaritas, right? I felt really, really bad. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. And then the next morning, well, all night that night was terrible. I was miserable. And then the next morning, I woke up with this like terrible headache, face pain, like pain behind my nose, in my face, behind my eyes, really bad. Well, I don't remember if I talked to you about when I went to the doctor last week. I went to the doctor last week to make sure I didn't have strep or COVID. Negative for both. She just told me to do like Afrin and Flonase and stuff. Well, I had been doing that stuff. Well, I called back because I was like thinking, I don't know, this seems worse. It definitely hasn't got better. We're going on like day 10 now. So I called, they said, come back in. So I went back in. She's like, yeah, it sounds like you've got a sinus infection. So whatever I had now has turned into a sinus infection. And yesterday, literally, I was like laid up all day. It was terrible. I was like I was like, how do people live with this pain all the time? You know, like the way I felt that bad that I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can deal with this for more than a day or maybe two, whatever. Well, went throughout the day pretty much feeling the same most of the day. Got some Zofran because I couldn't eat. I ended up throwing up right before I went to the doctor's appointment because I was afraid to eat because I was nauseous. Then I brushed my teeth and then I threw up right afterward. It must have just been like the sensation of having something in my mouth. I don't know. Threw up right afterward. That's the only time I threw up, but I was just nauseous, I think, because my head hurt so bad. So she gave me Zofran so that I'd be able to eat. So I ate some, ended up taking my antibiotics, and then since then I've been better. I still feel you can hear me, I'm really congested. And my headache went all the way through this morning until probably about like 9:30 or maybe 9 o'clock. And my headache has like subsided quite a bit. I still get like pressure and stuff, but for the most part, not nearly as bad as yesterday. It would make me nauseous just like trying to look at my phone to like distract me. from, sometimes when you're like not feeling good, you try to find something to distract you. So I was thinking like watching something on my phone might distract me, or, whatever. No, it made it worse. The doctor wrote me off for a week. So just basically said like rest for a week and see how we go. And I'm so frustrated because I was out of the gym most of the week last week, sick, and I thought I was getting better. And then of course I wasn't. I got sicker. And it's just so frustrating. I thought I'd give you a little update. I'm headed to a PTO meeting, and then hopefully I'll either go home and actually get my ice bath. This whole time I haven't been taking ice baths because my ice bath needs to be dumped and cleaned and everything, and I haven't like been able to do it because I've been sick. And the day that I could have done it, it was raining. Like the day that I felt well enough to do it, it was raining and shit. And I was like, I ain't doing that. So let's hope that tonight I get it done, because I can feel the difference when I'm doing it and when I'm not. By the way, I know you can see this pimple on my face. I tried to pop it and it won't pop, so I don't want to squeeze it too much because I don't want it to get worse. So we're just rocking the whitehead. There might be another one right there. Or no, that's my skin. I got a skin discoloration. Whatever. I'm going to stop talking now because I need to eat. Okay, I just realized that I never told you why I couldn't have my coffee this morning. So the reason I couldn't have the coffee is because apparently my antibiotic that they gave me doesn't work with dairy. So I have to, like, if I have dairy, I can't take my antibiotic within 2 hours of it. So I had an energy drink this morning and then took my antibiotic, and then it's been like 5 hours. So I'm good now, but I guess that's a thing. I don't know. I feel like this whole vlog has just been me in the car, but it is what it is. First thing, I still have this freaking pimple on my cheek, and I just tried to pop it. That's why it's all red around it. It won't pop. And yesterday I was like having self-control, thinking, okay, I'm not going to pop this thing because if I try to pop it, it's only going to get worse because it's really not popping. And I just squeezed it so hard, it still didn't pop. It looks a lot worse on camera than it does in this mirror right here, but it's really red because I just squeezed the shit out of it. So I don't recommend, but it's just driving me crazy. I am getting ready to go get Botox in my masseter. It's basically to help me with my TMJ, like the pain from that. It helps with the clenching at night and just the general like soreness that I get from clenching and like holding tension in my jaw. I thought that you could get ready with me to go get TMJ Botox. I had my hair in this ponytail yesterday, took it out, put it back in. Didn't brush my hair, so you guys know the deal. I did just recently switch my cleanser and my toner. I was using CeraVe, just some random, whatever they have, and moisturizer and yada, yada, yada. I have always struggled with my skin, like forever. Clearly, I'm 30 years old, still getting breakouts and shit. But I don't really care about when I get pimples and stuff. Like, that's just part of my life. I'm just okay with it. What I struggle with most is like the texture on my skin and my pores. You can see I have a lot of texture from acne scarring and stuff like that. I've been using the Thayer's, is it Thayer's? Thayer's pH Balance Cleanser, and then the original toner. First off, my skin doesn't feel so clogged up, but I feel like my pores are just like getting smaller and smaller, so that's good. Clearly it hasn't helped this pimple over here, but whatever. I'm gonna get ready. All I'm doing to get ready is putting on this lanolin lip balm. It's literally nipple cream. They just have now put it into lip balm tubes to sell as lip balm. It's just 100% lanolin. 100% lanolin. It's the same thing that I was using when I was using just the nipple cream tube. But this is easier to apply, and it came with like 5 of them. And the reason I use this stuff mostly is because I can't stand tasting stuff on my lips or like smelling it. So there's some stuff that I can put on that doesn't really taste like much, but I can smell, or like Vaseline. A lot of people use Vaseline or Aquaphor, and I can taste it. It has a very strong taste to me, and it's a taste that doesn't go away because it's like oily, you know? So I love this because it doesn't smell like anything and it doesn't really have a taste. This L'Oreal telescopic mascara, I love this, but this one's been sitting in my car. It's been sitting in my car for months, through the heat, through the cold, through the everything. So I don't know how well it's gonna work. I know there's been a lot of other mascaras come on the scene since this one, but I mean, I'm not a makeup girl, so like, I'm just gonna stick with what I have. All right, well, at least the mascara still works. Okay, that's the first coat. I think I just had my 8:30 alarm go off. Why do I have an alarm go off at 8:30? Beats me. I can't remember why I ever set that alarm. And I've never turned it off ever since I turned it on. So I got that on my eyelid. So I'm gonna let it dry and then I'll just scrape it off later. I'm gonna go get this Botox. I'm going to ask them about filler, like lip filler. Not gonna get it today, but I just want to know like price wise, so that in the future, if I want to get it. I got TMJ Botox back like last, I don't know, it was like 8 months before the last time I got it, which was in February. So I got 15 units on each side the first time, and it helped, but it didn't like, it helped, but it didn't take everything away. Then this last time I went in February and I got 20 units on each side, and like, it helped a lot. I think that this time I'm going to do the same thing. It's 4 months later. I just recently started feeling like I was clenching again at night, like in the last couple weeks. So I think that I'm going to stick with the four months until I get my next round. So I'm going to get 20 on each side. That's the plan. Just stick with 20 because it worked well. And then come back in 4 months and do the same thing and just kind of see. Eventually, I'd like to be able to spread it out to 6 months. But, you know, I would rather come a little bit early and not have to go through the pain than to try to stretch it too far. Because if I had to wait any longer than now, I'd be like calling up, being like, hey, I need an appointment ASAP, because I don't want my jaw to get used to doing that again, because the point is for it to hopefully eventually my muscles kind of forget about what they have been doing for years and years. So we'll see. I got Dutch Bros iced Golden Eagle with an extra shot and a soft top. Oh, ow, I just ran into my freaking dog's kennel. I thought I should update on the TMJ Botox. It's hours later, but I got it done this morning. Everything's all good. My pimple is actually more of a whitehead, but it's gone down, it's smaller. I got 20 units on each side. It doesn't really hurt at all. If needles bother you, it might bother you a little bit. It's just kind of like a little pinch. She does 2 on each side, like 2 syringes or whatever. I'm guessing there's 10 in each. And yeah, so not bad. Typically, whenever I've gotten it done, I'm a little bit sore. I was immediately sore on one side today, like literally right as I was leaving, like I was already sore. But now it's just like when I open my mouth really big, I feel sore. Other than that, that's it. What will happen now throughout the next couple weeks is my muscle will start to paralyze or whatever gradually. And when I clench, it looks funny for a little while. So I don't know what it's gonna look like now. I'll just show you. So you see that? So that protrusion in the next week will get worse. So as I'm chewing and stuff, it's like, as some of the muscles get paralyzed, I don't know exactly how it works, but just every time I've had it done, that protrusion will get a little bit worse before the muscle like totally relaxes or whatever. So that little thing will stick out a little bit more. And it kind of freaked me out the first time, but it subsided. And basically it's just like kind of the process it goes through as it starts to forget what it's doing or whatever. That's it. We have softball practice tonight. The boys are gonna go to my mom's house for a bit so that I can be full on at practice and not worry about them. I think that's gonna be it. I am going to go back to exercising tomorrow. I don't know if it's just gonna be a couple walks. I'm not gonna do a full on workout yet. The doctor technically told me to take the week off. So I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but I just need to get back into my morning walks and then something, maybe I'll go on a bike ride or something because I'm supposed to do another sprint try in July. I did have a couple people ask me about the sprint try and like how I prepared for it and yada yada. Spoiler alert, I didn't prepare that much, if I'm honest. Besides, like, I just did my regular gym workouts for the most part and just prepared a little bit. But I will do a video on how I'm preparing for this next one, even though I have got, basically lost 2 weeks of training out of the 6 weeks that I had because I've been sick, sadly. But I'd rather get a little bit better before I really go ham. But I know I just did one without really training for it at all. So I'll be all good. But I will have a video coming up just kind of talking about it. That it is not a thing that I do. I'm not like a swim, bike, run type of gal. I'm more like a lift weights type of gal. So if you're just like a regular old girl that lifts weights and like exercises for fun, maybe you want to hear it. It was really cool. And just the people around, like everybody doing it together or people being there cheering you on, knowing like they've done it before or whatever. It was really cool. Like, I think just being involved in fitness type things is beneficial for your health in general. Like, to have something to work towards, being an ex-athlete. I still consider myself an athlete, but playing competitive sports. Once you're done with that, it's kind of like you get lost a little bit. And it's been like 7 years. When did I stop playing? 2015. It's been like 8 years since I played competitive sports like in college. And I still like it doesn't go away. It doesn't just go away. I still want to do things that can let me be a little bit competitive. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here. It's been a conglomerate of, I don't even know what at this point, but hopefully I'm on the up and up. Hopefully I won't be sick for the rest of the summer. And if I do get, we're just going to roll with the punches. So that's it. Thanks for sticking along this crazy ass video. We'll see you in the next one.